rhinestones from the dust. Big dog, silly. Where's the love in the streets? Put my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Trap of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 46-yard line.
Come on. Hey! Hey! Franco!
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early. He could not secure it.
No surprise at all. We're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They look to avoid an early fling out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Quick throw to Olave.
Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
His 4th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 64 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Walker.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We talked about things specifically linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let him put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
On second down, Kamara. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Saints at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Touchdown! Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are able to move back in front. That's good on the extra point. Lead is now 14-10. Touchdown, wants to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. Their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said, no, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, and they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jameis to throw it.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Happy Rangers! Happy Rangers! Top 60! Top 60! Happy 11! Happy 11!
2nd and 10, Smith again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 67 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if they bring in your tight end, keep him in, you're running.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Returnable for Lockett. goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Gino on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Darrell Taylor, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
18 Rebels.
On first down, it's Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Smith. Into double coverage, charge, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10.
On 1st and 10, Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Winston. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, we're standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run it again with Kamara. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Winston now. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, Winston. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 63 yards. Here's Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara from 8 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Just beating the play clock. Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
Let's go now. 77 look.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Winston to give is Kamara.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal early time as they up their lead to 3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, they... to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Walker, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off of play action, here's Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Geno now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of buying him up defensively. And that brings up third down.
And that was all about the defender making it look difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Winston. Looking for Campbell downfield. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Winston. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Ingram. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Smith now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. Smith. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Saints 41, Seahawks 38.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's complete blowout. But instead, they need every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Man, I'm still reaching my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans,